Welcome to The Explainer. So, you're moving cargo in Europe. You've got a map, but let's be honest, that map can be a little misleading. Today, we're going to be your guide to the real roads, the real rules, and all the roadblocks that actually define European shipping.
Okay, let's put you in the driver's seat. Imagine this. Your cargo is sitting in Lisbon. Your customer needs it in Warsaw. On paper, it seems simple enough, right? A straight shot across the EU's single market. But in the real world, that journey is a massive puzzle of highways, mountains, and all sorts of bottlenecks. Let's dig into the real map that every European shipper has to navigate every single day.
All right, first up, let's look at the best-case scenario, what I'd like to call Europe's cargo superhighway.
This, right here, is what efficient road transport is supposed to look like. Think of Germany's Autobahn network. It's this critical artery that connects massive ports like Rotterdam and Hamburg to huge economic hubs like Frankfurt and Milan. It's dense, it's modern, and for the most part, it's incredibly well maintained. It's the gold standard.
So what makes this region the benchmark? Well, for you, the shipper, it means one thing: rapid, door-to-door delivery. The regulations are pretty much harmonized, especially when you're moving through the Benelux countries and Germany, which makes for super smooth border crossings. Honestly, it's about as close as you'll ever get to a completely frictionless journey in this business.
Right, so that's the ideal. But let's be real, most journeys are just not that simple. So what happens the moment you have to steer off this superhighway? Let's explore some of those complexities you're bound to face.
You see, moving goods out of Spain is a totally different ballgame than moving them from, say, Sweden. Every single region in Europe presents its own unique set of obstacles for you to solve.
So in Southern Europe, your main enemy is just pure geography. You're trying to navigate these insane choke points like the Alps. But if you head east, even with the roads getting better all the time, you're still facing potential border delays. And then up north, yeah, the infrastructure's fantastic, but you're battling huge distances and some seriously harsh winter weather.
So here's the bottom line, and this is crucial. As a shipper, your strategy, your costs, and your timing, they're dictated less by the quality of the asphalt and more by the specific obstacles in your way, whether that's a mountain, a border crossing, or a blizzard.
But some problems don't really care what route you take. Now let's look at the system-wide breakdowns that affect pretty much every single shipper on the continent, no matter where you are.
These are the kinds of systemic headaches that can completely derail your plan, no matter how perfectly you've routed it. From Paris to Prague, these are the problems every shipper has in common.
It all starts with a really crippling driver shortage. Then you add this patchwork of different national rules that create an administrative nightmare. Plus, you've got rising fuel costs and traffic jams around every major city. Every single one of these is a major risk to your delivery schedule and, of course, your budget.
And of all those headaches, this one is probably the biggest. The driver shortage isn't just some inconvenience. It's a fundamental threat to the entire supply chain. It directly causes higher costs and longer delays for pretty much every single shipment that goes out.
And this, right here, really captures a central conflict for every European shipper. The promise, the big idea, is a single, seamless market. But the reality on the ground? It's a maze of different national rules and paperwork that creates friction exactly where there should be flow.
Okay, so with all these challenges, you gotta ask, what's actually being done to solve this complex puzzle and make your job as a shipper any easier? Is anyone trying to fix this?
Well, the big answer is this thing: the Trans-European Transport Network, or TEN-T. You can think of it as the official EU master plan to redraw the logistics map of Europe. It is specifically designed to iron out the exact inconsistencies and bottlenecks we've been talking about.
And when you break it down, the goals of TEN-T basically read like a shipper's wish list. They want better connections between East and West, more consistent rules across borders, and targeted projects to get rid of physical bottlenecks. Essentially, it's this massive effort to make more of Europe operate like that gold standard superhighway we saw at the very beginning.
Which leaves us with a final thought. These plans are ambitious for sure, but logistics moves incredibly fast. So the real question isn't just about solving today's problems. It's whether the map makers can actually keep up with the shippers of tomorrow. The journey, it seems, is far from over.